What's up, comic book fans? This is TB Comics coming at you again in December. Well, the sun is shining and it's a nice fresh day down here in the southeast. And I think it's a good time to have a look at some comic book covers. And I've got I'd say a thick stack of comics to show you. So let's get stuck in. I'm going to cut out the waffle today. So let's head over to only one from Dark Horse, and we have the second arc of Kill All Immortals. This is coming from Kaplan, Osseo, D'Amico, Rocha, and Ostermain Ilahu. It's out on Dark Horse Comics, and this is issue number 2. Really enjoyed the first arc, and glad they've renewed it for a second arc. That cover there is cover B, coming from Ivan Tao. Not Ivan's best work, I would say, but pretty good. I do like it. It's probably the best pick of the bunch for the variants. I think there was only 2 variants anyway. So we've got our main character there on the front cover, wielding her battle axes. She's covered in tattoos. They're blood-soaked. What's going to happen? Who knows? Is she going to still carry on this feud with her family? We shall have to wait and see. I'm just going to move that a little bit for you. There we go. Only one, I believe, from Boom Studios. And we've got a nice cover for Something is Killing the Children. All those poor little children. So I'm surprised if there are any left. That cover there is cover B. And it is issue 45 now. I reckon it's going to go up to about issue 50 and then they're going to stop. I might be wrong, but it's just a guess. Sorry, as I was saying, yes, cover B from Stefano Simone. So thank you very much, Stefano Simone. And it's a nice little foil variant, or partial spot foil. Just the little teeth on her little face mask are all foily, and then the rest is just normal. So who knows what Erica Slaughter is going to get up to. Probably still in the flashback sort of arc at the moment, I'm guessing. So we might go back to the present day. Still haven't read any of these, 45 issues in, but I will do at some point, once it's all finished probably. Managed to actually get this now because I had to order the other version, so I was glad to pick up this one. And we're moving on to DC now, quite a few DC comics. As part of the DC Black Label, and we are on Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum, issue number 4. I think there's only a couple more to go, so I'm going to guess about 6 anyway. Nice sort of retro cover there, very colourful. What we got? The world in 5 dimensions. Confused, bewildered, bewildered, and a little lost. I'm just not going to read them all anyway. So that cover there, I want to say is... where are we? That's cover A, coming from Martin Marazzo. So thank you very much, Martin Marazzo and W. Maxwell Prince, and also Chris O'Halloran on that one. Looking forward to reading this when it finishes, so probably not many more to go. Moving on, we have a nice cover there for Batman, or Batman 2, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, we're on issue 4 now, and we have a new villain. I'm assuming anyway it's a villain, the Minotaur, or Minotaur, however you want to pronounce it. There he is. He's got Batman in the palm of his hand. Looks like maybe you can fire some lasers out of this big sort of ball mask. I'm just guessing that anyway, so don't know what's going to happen there. So it's coming from same creative team, Fraction, Jimenez, and Mori. That cover there is more than likely coming from George Jimenez, and yes, it is. That's cover A, and I managed to pick up the nice foil cover. I don't know if the camera picked it up. Same cover, so I'm not going to go into detail. It's just the foil cover of cover A. Managed to actually pick this one up as well because my stockist finally got it in. Thank you, Forbidden Planet, as always. Sorry about the lighting. I'm sort of doing this in my bedroom and it's not super dark, because it's a nice bright sunny day, so I've got all the windows open, letting a nice bit of air in. Anyway, we've got Batman Dark Patterns, issue 12. This is going to be my next read. After, I'll show you what I'm reading in a moment. It's come from Waters, Sherman and Farrell, and it is the last part of Child on Fire, part 3. Looks like we've got Bruce Wayne there. He's all bandaged up, staring at his bat logo, bat symbol, whatever you want to call it. Maybe he's having doubts, you know, who knows. You know, a lot of things must go through his mind while he's sort of fighting crime and being a billionaire playboy. Poor guy. All that weight of the world on his shoulders, eh? Moving on. I can't remember if I showed this in a previous video, so I thought I'd put it in there, in this one anyway. It's a nice cover for Absolute Batman, courtesy of Sad Lemon Comics. It was a nice freebie, because I was waiting for my CGC orders, so Simon, I believe, from Sad Lemon chucked that in as a nice little bonus, and it is Absolute Batman issue 13, and that is the East Side Comics NYCC 25 Takashi Okazaki variant. So thank you very much, Takashi Okazaki, and thank you very much, creative team, as always, Snyder, Dragotta and Martin. I believe we have got Jock coming on this for issue 15, the long-awaited Absolute Joker cover, and obviously story. Yeah, I hope it lives up to its hype anyway. Moving on, all of these are now Image Comics, I believe. So I'm not going to go into, you know, this just does what it says on the tin. You know, Batman, spikes, battle axe, you know, gritting his teeth, you know, looking angry. We have a nice cover there, the connecting cover for Rook Exodus. This is issue number 9, coming from Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, Brad Anson and Rob Lee as always. So thank you very much, creative team. Loving your work on Rook Exodus. If you haven't read it, read it. Obviously get the first arc first, you know. You just don't want to be jumping in at random points. First arc goes up to 6, I want to say, and then 7 onwards, second arc. That cover there is the connecting cover, and I want to say it's coming from... Yeah, that's cover C, coming from Kael Nyung. Probably not pronouncing that right. Kaelngu, so you know. It's a nice connecting cover with issue 7 and 8. Sorry, 7, 8 and 9 are all connecting covers, I believe. Managed to pick up the nice, I want to say that's the 1 in 25, but it might be a 1 in 15 variant. Can't remember now, but lovely cover there. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. I'll pan out a little bit for you. Probably won't make it any better, but you know, you get the idea. We've got Rook going into battle, or sort of you think he might be going into battle with loads of rooks and crows and stuff, sort of you know, crowding around him, maybe sort of making like a big bird shield or something. Going to have a lot of feathers and guts flying about, especially in that battle. But anyway, that's a very nice cover. It's cover D, coming from Derek Kirk Kim. So thank you very much, Derek Kirk Kim. Love that cover. We have Exquisite Corpses, polybag edition. So it's got the trading card, which I'll probably, you know, maybe open at some point. But I've got my nice reading version there. It's Exquisite Corpses, issue number 7, out on Image Comics, and it's coming from Walsh, Tynion, Rowe, Belair and Kerry as always. Thank you very much, creative team. Thank you very much, Image Comics as always. And that is cover A, coming from Michael Walsh, and that there is the polybagged collecting card variant cover C. I think it's just a different colour palette to that one, so I haven't opened any of those polybag ones yet. It'd be nice to see if I get some of those foil trading cards. That'd be quite interesting. Moving on, I've always liked these. We've got a new Dread the Halls. We had Dread the Halls, we had Dread the Halls H, and now we've got, Dread the Hall H, and now we've got a new Dread the Halls. So this will be, the third one in the instalment, I believe. Short stories, I'm guessing mostly sci-fi and horror now, because we've got a nice alien on the front, all centering around the Xmas holidays. It's coming from Jordan Hart, Chris Ryle, Luana Vecchio, Lee Ferguson, Keithan Jones, Walter Pax, and Fabio Veras. So thank you very much. So I've got some creepy aliens there celebrating Christmas with a nice skull and a candy cane, and I'm going to assume some sort of Pinocchio elf-style character. Can't go wrong with short stories, can you? Always fun. Always enjoyable. Nice pick up and put down. You know, you don't have to invest too much time into them. But yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say, what I'm reading at the moment is this beauty. I've shown you them before. Moonshine Bigfoot. I'm on issue 2 now. Only started it last night. Lovely artwork. Really, really good. Sort of reminds me of that. It's got that sort of Cannonball Run vibe. He's basically just making moonshine, and obviously he's a Bigfoot, so he's got people hunting for him. And you've also got a chupacabra was chasing him, but has now got his own little short story at the end, so it's quite nice. You get sort of 2 stories for one. Yeah, really good. Only 4 issues, nice artwork, very funny. Yeah, does what it says on the tin. It's just one of those comics that you were glad that you picked up, but there was not a lot of hype about. I'll just leave that there anyway. Managed to pick up another copy of this because it was going cheap, and if I'm gonna, when ratios or variants are going cheap and they're pretty good, you get a couple. That's what I like to do. That there is Final Boss issue number 1, cover D, 1 in 25 variant, coming from Tyler Kirkham even, and that is the blood black and white variant. There is, I believe, another variant coming out similar for issue 2, and you know what, I can't remember who done it, but it looks awesome. So I've pre-ordered that, so fingers crossed I'll get it. But yeah, we've got our I think he's called like Johnny Brazen or Johnny Blazon or something like that. Just looks, over the top, sort of fighting. Yeah, does what it says on the tin, really. But yeah, really nice artwork. Do love that one. And I managed to pick up another copy of this because I found it cheap. And when a 1 in 100 variant is going cheap, you pick it up. That's what I say anyway. That is Ghost Pepper issue number 1. It's coming from Ludo Lullaby and Adriano Lucas. I think Ludo does nearly everything in this. It's practically, I think it's creator owned. Quote me if I'm wrong. But yeah, nice 1 in 100 variant, and that is coming from Yasmin Putri, I believe. So thank you very much, Yasmin Putri. I do like her. I'm going to assume her with the name Yasmin. I do like her artwork, especially on Deceased, when she did all those sort of horror homage variant covers. Yeah, they were pretty good. We've got our little team now, our Ghost Pepper team. Haven't got a clue what it's about. I just know that she does the cooking, and I think this guy is like superly overpowered and can destroy worlds or something, from what I remember reading. But yeah, really nice cover. Might even get that one graded actually, because it's looking absolutely mint. So, but anyway, that's it from me. I said I'd keep it short and sweet. Hope you like what you saw. Please like, please subscribe. I don't do all the doodads on the screens or anything like that. I do this through my phone. So, but yeah, let me know what you think. Anyway, that's it. Take care. Bye bye.